워싱턴에 위치한 한국전쟁기념공원. 공원에 들어서면 참전용사 19명의 동상이 제일 먼저 눈에 띈다. 적을 향해 돌진하는 병사들의 얼굴에 묻어나는 비장한 각오. 그리고 이들을 비롯한 참전용사들을 다음과 같이 평가했다. 이 공원을 세우는데 적극적으로 앞장섰던 마이클 웨버 육군대령. 그는 조각상의 실제 모델 중 한 명이다.
For which you can see the bayonet. See that? Bayonet? The bayonet, yeah. Where is it? See it? See the bayonet?
그의 동상을 자세히 살펴보면 총을 든 손 뒤로 단검이 보인다.
No, yeah, in his bayonet holder. Scabbard.
Why only you?
The sculptor, who was a friend of mine, wanted to portray that as an airborne instrument.
Oh, got it. Airborne.
Yeah.
포화 속으로 돌진하는 19명의 보병. 이들 대부분은 전장에서 목숨을 잃었다.
Every month for 36 months, 1,000 American soldiers died and 3,000 were wounded. Month after month after average, okay? Nowhere during World War II, in any of the theaters of war, where you will find that war on a 160-mile frontage, which is what we always in the peninsula of Korea.
한국 전쟁을 영원히 잊지 말자는 뜻에서 세워진 기념공원. 과연 이곳을 찾는 사람들에게 그 마음은 제대로 전해지고 있는 것일까?
They fought it in Korea. It was in the 1900s.
1900?
Yeah. Oh, was it 1800s?
No.
That they just was in a war.
That's it.
They fought in a war
Why'd they fight?
because they had differences. They needed to fight them out.
To learn anything from your class, history class?
Yeah.
About Korea?
Yeah. Well, not too much about it, but we learned a bunch about Civil War and slavery.
Okay. Not about Korean War.
No.
참전 용사들에겐 마치 오늘처럼 생생한 3년 1개월의 시간. 그런데 지금 그 숭고한 시간들이 역사의 뒤안길로 사라지고 있다. (6.25) 전쟁 정전협정 체결 62주년을 이틀 앞둔 미국 워싱턴. 도심의 한 호텔에서 뜻깊은 행사가 열렸다. 한국전 참전용사 청년봉사당 컨벤션. 올해로 3회째를 맞이하는 이 행사는 3박 4일 동안 다양한 프로그램으로 6.25 전쟁을 기념하고 있다. 행사에 참가하기 위해 미 전역에 살고 있는 참전용사 50여 명이 한자리에 모였는데 이들 대부분은 손자, 손녀와 동행했다. 이 자리의 주인공은 바로 참전용사, 그들의 후손들이다.
청년봉사당을 발족하게 된 동기는 그 참전용사의 그 가족, 손자, 손녀들이 그 참전용사 할아버지, 할머니들의 유업을 이어나가게 하는 게 있고요. 한국전쟁에 대해서 상당히 부족한 그런 취약한 그런 역사 서술을 보충하고 그렇게 함으로써 한국전쟁의 역사적의 그 중요성 그리고 한미동맹의 그 기초를 더 강화하기 위해서 저희 이제 한국전 참전용사 청년봉사단을 발족하게 되었습니다.
Chairman Lee.
이번 행사에는 한국의 저명한 역사학자도 초청돼 6.25 전쟁의 의미를 되새겼다.
I realize today
more clearly than ever that the opportunity I have enjoyed, I along with other Koreans, was bought to a good measure at the expense of the sorrow, hardship, and outrage suffered by the families of the brave men and women. The Koreans were fighting at least their own war, but the Americans and other foreign soldiers were asked to give their lives in defense of a country which represented one half of a small peninsula that they could hardly locate on a map.
역사학자인 이인호 교수. 사실 그녀가 이곳에 초청된 진짜 이유는 따로 있었다. 미국 역사 교사들과의 모임. 신세대 교사들은 6.25 전쟁의 역사적 의미와 교훈을 깊이 있게 알고 싶어 했다.
Actually lived through the war years cannot but be grateful because it's not one of those wars where you lose but still you lose something but not the whole of it. But this is a war in which if it had not been for American timely intervention, the country would have been wiped out.
모임에 참석한 교사들은 자신들이 직접 만든 6.25 전쟁에 대한 포스터를 공개했다. 교사들이 직접 참전 용사들을 취재하고 그들의 증언을 토대로 만든 것인데 함께 자료를 공유하며 학생들에게 6.25 전쟁의 중요성을 어떻게 가르칠지 고민했다.
I've got the wonderful opportunities to be able to work with these two young ladies here, and I teach U.S. history and government, and I just want to tell you right now, you're in the right place.
Military is part of our daily life. So what we're trying to do there is just to get our students to understand the importance of our military, and it's just not politics. I think that's what's tinting what our military is really doing for us. So we're really trying to create that awareness of why they are there and the sacrifice these men do, men and women, for us.
교사들이 이렇게 6.25 전쟁에 대한 자료를 수집하고 있는 이유. 학교 교과서에 실린 6.25 전쟁에 관한 내용이 너무 부족하고 허술하기 때문이다. 대부분 6.25 전쟁을 몇 줄로 서술하거나 아예 기록조차 없는 교과서도 있는데 내용을 살펴보면 다음과 같다. (3년 1개월의) 긴 시간을 어떻게 단 서너 줄로 표현할 수 있는 것인가? 따라서 교사들은 제대로 된 교재가 필요했다.
So what can we do about it? First of all, you've got to analyze your book at home and make sure that your book is up to snuff. And second of all, you can appeal to the teachers around you, and if you have the ability to get with the people that are adopting textbooks, try to get the better one out of the worst one. But we know that that's difficult to do, and you could ask for a new book, and 10 years later you might get it.
교과서가 가르쳐주지 않는 6.25 전쟁. 뜻있는 사람들이 함께 모여 미국 역사 교과서 바꾸기 프로젝트에 나섰다.
To see you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for inviting us. We're so excited.
Yes, where's Emily? Hey, right there. Hey, Emily.
There's Emily.
2 days in a row, huh? Wow.
한종우 박사가 몇 해 전 세상을 떠난 참전용사 가족들을 만났다.
3 generations here. Jake is right there as a dog tag.
Right.
And then his wife.
Right.
and then his daughter in the Air Force.
Yeah,
Then now Emily in high school.
that's correct.
And she is the member of Korean War Veterans Youth Corps.
She is a
Yes.
proud member.
So we're building our community here, right? Yes, great.
6.25 전쟁의 전설로 남아있는 참전용사 한 분을 만나기로 했다.
Hi. Hi.
General, the interview
Hi.
crew is here.
General.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. You?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for receiving us.
에드워드 로우니 장군. 백세를 바라보는 고령의 참전용사다.
Yeah, we want to have. Let me introduce Emily.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
hey, how are you?
You, can you see her or?
No, I'm blind.
Oh, you blind now. Oh, okay. Can you hear us well?
Yeah, I can hear well.
Oh, okay.
제2차 세계대전부터 6.25 전쟁, 베트남 전쟁까지 참전한 그는 세계 전쟁사의 살아있는 역사다. 여러 전쟁에서 용맹함을 인정받아 수많은 훈장과 포상을 받았고 미국 대통령들의 군비 통제자무 및 협상가로 활동했다. 뿐만 아니라 로우니 장군은 1945년 8월 해방 3일 전 미국과 소련이 38선을 그을 당시 그 현장에 있던 인물이었다.
The war broke out. I happened to be the duty officer in the headquarters, and I got the first telegrams saying that the North Koreans had moved south, were moving south. And John MacArthur immediately took charge and started dealing by the phone and by telegram with
메가더 장군에게 북한의 남침 소식을 최초로 보고한 로우니 장군. 이후 메가더 장군을 도와 인천 상륙 작전을 기획했고 직접 참전까지 했다.
He was a forward observer, so when the orders were given for moved north, to the plans, every plan that General Rowney put together, my father carried out.
Yeah.
Every order.
we were moving north and capturing them. The North Koreans also set fire to parts of Seoul, so that it was pretty well bombed and burned out the city with a lot of damage in it.
전쟁은 평화로운 이 땅을 순식간에 잿더미로 만들었다. 국토는 황폐화됐고 산업시설 대부분이 파괴됐으며 도로와 주택 등의 파괴도 헤아릴 수 없이 처참했다. 그때가 생각날 때면 로니 장군은 아리랑을 부른다.
Arirang.
Beautiful. How did you learn it?
When I was in Korea during the Korean War, I always had my harmonica with me, and I went to listen to some of the Korean school children singing. They were singing that, so I learned that, and I learned to play it with the school children singing.
And have you been back to Korea since the war?
Oh yes, I've been in 1970. I went back to Korea as a lieutenant general. It's changed dramatically.
은퇴하기 전까지 그는 한국과 미국을 오고 가며 한반도의 평화를 위해 헌신했다. 그 공로를 인정받아 2014년 한국에서 태극 무공훈장을 받았다.
As a matter of fact, for a long time it became known as the Forgotten War. So Now,
Are you angry when you hear that?
oh yeah. You want to,
Coming in.
오늘날 6.25 전쟁이 잊혀져 가고 있는 안타까움에 로우니 장군은 전쟁의 경험담을 책으로 출판했다. 그에겐 마지막이 될지도 모르는 기록이다.
Okay. You gotta give that back
Thank
to
you.
them.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I want to salute him. There's your salute, sir. Thank you. This is my mom now, Anne.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Bring back old memories.
Thank you so much for
Because it said old soldiers never die. They just tell war stories.
Yes.
My father used to say, old Marines never die, they just fall apart.
그날 오후
This army took the hill right above the Colorado Bridge and prevented
집에 돌아온 에밀리는 로우니 장군의 인터뷰 영상을 다시 꺼내본다.
from attacking.
1시간이 넘는 영상을 직접 편집해 20분 정도로 압축할 예정인데 추후 이 영상은 한국전쟁유업재단이 준비하는 참전용사 디지털 추모 박물관에 보관할 예정이다.
I'm basically editing down General Rowney's video to get the general aspect of the feeling behind my interview. And I wanted to capture all the special moments where everybody really took it to heart. Without him, my grandfather wouldn't be alive, nor would my mother, and therefore I wouldn't be. So I really took it to heart because you realize that one person can impact so many people's lives. It's quite amazing.
미국 남동부 조지아주의 한 고등학교. 세계사를 가르치는 사만다 프레이저 씨 역시 참전용사의 후손으로 6.25 전쟁 되살리기에 적극적으로 동참하고 있다. 최근 그녀는 한국전쟁 디지털 히스토리 프로젝트라는 웹사이트를 개설했다. 사이트에는 참전용사 인터뷰 영상 600여 개와 그들이 소장하고 있던 일기, 편지, 사진 등 자료 5,000점이 담겨 있는데 수업 시간에 부교재로 활용하고 있다.
When you're young, you just want to get out. So, and that's exactly what he did. And he went to Seoul and he served.
And they told all of us that don't do this if you want to stay here, because we're going to Korea. Because I'd never heard of it before. So I just, I was ready to go somewhere. When you're young like that, you're tired of home.
It was a cool experience transcribing his interview because I was able to have
several ideas and concepts about the Korean War, whereas some of the, not as good textbooks had maybe one or two things that talked about the Korean War that the students could follow. POW, site of combat, year released, wounds, medals, current location, and these kinds of things. So students can know the specifics about each of their veterans that they're doing the transcriptions with.
So I find that learning from veterans and learning the real stories and watching videos is much better because they're actually retaining the information and they get the real stories.
I interviewed Robert Hamilton.
교사인 자신조차 교과서만으로는 도저히 6.25 전쟁을 이해하기 힘들어 보조교재의 필요성을 절실히 느낀 것이다. 이날 그녀가 사이트를 개설하는 데 큰 도움을 줬던 참전용사들이 방문했다. 이들은 미국 내에서 텔 아메리카라는 프로그램을 운영하고 있다.
One of our many programs that we do at the chapter is Tell America, which we felt was probably about the most important of the group. We probably have seen a good 1,800 to 2,000 students. Every bit of that. Yeah. And most of them were in Cobb County, and there was a reason for that.
We went to a high school. I can still wear my fatigues and boots, so I did wear my fatigues and boots and my combat badge. And I told them that I was a Yankee that now lives in the South and was in the Korean War, and told them a little bit about what I did and answered questions, and we had a very, very informative session.
이들이 학교를 방문한 특별한 이유가 있다. 바로 학생들이 직접 이분들을 인터뷰했었고 그 영상을 DVD로 제작했는데 오늘은 학생들이 인터뷰한 소감을 발표하는 날이다.
My name is Camden Presley. I'm in 10th grade. Here I'm a sophomore. But before I really started this, I didn't really know a lot about the Korean War. I knew it was like the North, which was communist, versus the South, which wanted to be democratic. But that's really where most of my information about the war really came to. That was the extent of it. But after doing the transcription of the videos, I learned a lot more about what these people went through while they were there. I know.
At first, yes, that it was like this is really tedious, and like it was such a long, hard process. But it's really rewarding at the very end.
And it was very interesting to learn, like you learn the facts in school, but you don't actually learn what people went through and how their lives changed before and after the war.
Thank you so much.
참전 용사들 각각의 인터뷰 영상을 DVD로 제작하면서 케이스도 특별히 꾸몄다.
I'm trying something a little different here. I was able to make a code that you can scan with a device like your phone, and it'll take you straight to that section of the interview that we did. So you can see how it's got her picture in the background.
사만다 씨는 자신의 할아버지 이야기를 DVD로 제작했다.
So you guys can chime in if you, I don't know if you had these experiences or not, but my grandfather said that the biggest impact was on him was seeing the children, the civilians around him. So going out there and having it be 35 degrees below zero and being so cold, and then realizing that the people around you have even less on than you do. So he has a lot of amazing photographs.
That's a Wonju in 1953.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So he was located there, and that's where a lot of these civilian pictures came from. And you get the full spectrum. You get the children that are taking care of their siblings alone. There were no parents for them. And then this one's a little bit more solemn, but I don't know if you, and this is what's really hard to get out of veterans like yourselves in an interview. So thankfully, being the granddaughter, I was able to, it took several tries, but he said he went and sat there, and it's the loneliest he had ever felt in his life, feeling like he was probably not going to make it back. And I think every soldier at some point has that feeling.
You've got a picture of you in the thing when she and her.
인터넷 사이트의 접속자가 늘면서 6.25 전쟁 바로 알기 프로젝트에 동참하는 후손들도 빠르게 증가하고 있다. 한국전쟁 참전용사협회 회장을 지낸 레리 키나드 씨. 그는 지금 무척 설렌다. 반가운 손님을 기다리고 있다.
Okay, looks like they're here.
Yeah, I believe they are.
Well, let's go see who we have.
Let's find out.
Okay.
Hey, how are you, Betty? So good to see you again.
Nice.
Hey, Larry. Hey.
Glad to see you.
Yes. I came with a bunch of high school students. Jack who wants to know about you.
Jacob.
Very glad to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. Come in.
Connor.
Yes, ma'am. These are all Allen High School students.
Allen High School.
yes,
Dallas.
학생들에게 소중한 보물을 보여줄 참이다. 빛바랜 앨범 하나. 그의 참전 경험이 담긴 소중한 역사다.
I thought you might be interested in seeing a little bit of what Korea was like through some of the pictures that I took while I was there. I was in Korea in 1952, in the spring of '52, which was a time after most of the back and forth had taken place over the peninsula. I have pictures in that show some of the places where we stayed, and I just happened to open the page there to the
그의 앨범 속에는 전쟁이 한창이던 1952년의 한국, 그날이 오늘처럼 살아있다.
It won't be too many years from now when you're not going to be able to get this.
Exactly.
So the information you're gathering now and what you're getting for your digital museum is almost sacred. It's going to be something that is a part of the history of this country that won't be there anymore. When I left Korea in 1952, I traveled by truck from the front line through Seoul to Incheon. Seoul was nothing but rubble. I mean, I didn't get to go on a tour of it, but from what I could see from the trucks, there was nothing but devastation. And the thing that struck my heart that I will always remember were the little kids. We were driving down the street, and they all looked like they were about the same age, I imagine 6, 7, 8 years old. They were living in the rubble of all of those buildings, scrounging for bits of food. And we'd give them what we had, but we didn't have much. But I felt like once we were gone, and when we were gone, many years passed before they really got to the point where they had anything.
당시 레리 씨는 한국인들의 고통을 보며 정전협정 소식을 애타게 기다렸다고 한다. 그러나 정전협정 과정은 험난했다. 무려 2년여 시간이 흐르면서 좀처럼 타협점을 찾지 못하다가 마침내 1953년 7월 27일 한반도의 총성은 멈췄다. 유엔군을 비롯한 미군들은 고국으로 돌아왔다. 가족들 품에 돌아왔지만 그들은 폐허가 된 한국이 눈에 밟혔다. 한국엔 희망도 미래도 없어 보였다.
After we got through with the war, those of us, again, that came back and saw what was left with the country felt like we really didn't do a very good thing.
So I don't know that for the most part, at the time, you realize what you did and what it did for the country. I don't know that we could probably put on a handful of anybody who had any idea what we were doing.
Now we can say we're proud we have been there. If it had not developed as you are today, I personally would feel very disappointed.
정전협정 기념일 하루 앞둔 7월 26일. 한국전 참전용사협회 창립 20주년 기념식이 열렸다.
Of our common heritage. And it's our way of ensuring the fallen heroes are remembered by future generations.
Just 18 when I shipped out. It was 51, north versus south, dodging bullets, disarming minds, savage fighting, the crewless kind. We came back changed, we came back scarred, some in body bags and some with, but I'll remember forevermore. the ones I served with in the forgotten war. I hope I'm greeted at heaven's door by all my brothers from the forgotten war.
미국 참전용사협회는 그동안 미국 내에서 잊혀져가는 6.25 전쟁을 알리기 위해 많은 노력을 펼쳐왔다. 그런데 한 가지 의문점이 있다. 전쟁이 끝난 지 40여 년이 지난 1995년에 참전용사협회가 결성됐다는 것이다.
KWVA was formed in 1985 because at that time we had not very many veterans that really were proud of what they did. The KWVA has pulled together. Now we have over 6,000 members.
폐허 속에서 일어난 대한민국. 모두가 불가능이라고 말할 때 한국은 기적을 보여주었다. 한국의 놀라운 성장을 지켜보면서 참전 용사들은 그제야 자신들이 목숨 바쳐 싸운 그 이유를 알게 됐다.
So, yeah, we're very proud to serve now, whereas if it hadn't developed, yeah, we're going to say, what? Oh my God, we spent billions of dollars and lost 35,000 lives for what?
And I think that still exists in a lot of places in the U.S. today. People don't know about the Korean Veterans Association, and I'm afraid they still don't know how much good we did in Korea.
참전 용사들. 그들은 대한민국 기적의 역사 그 일부가 되고 싶었다.
Hello, are you Mr. Captain Courtney?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jong-woo Han.
해군 출신의 참전 용사 윌리엄 고트니 씨.
My job was to protect him, and we hit the airstrips. And I guess I was the second guy across the border of any of the armed forces, because I don't think any of the Air Force didn't have any airplanes over there at that time that could have made.
그는 6.25 전쟁 개전 초기 최초로 38선을 폭격한 2명의 비행 조종사 중 한 명이다.
Come back like South Korea did, because they were pretty well damaged. Although it wasn't any heavy industries that I can remember we hit, but we hit a lot of tunnels and railroads and bridges. But when we went back, and especially in the Busan area, things had been rebuilt, and it was just almost unbelievable. And I don't believe it's in
그
this.
역시 6.25 전쟁을 제대로 알리기 위해 그 당시 자료를 수집하고 있다.
No, these are all two new airplanes.
And just
So anyway, it's not in here, so, but there's my picture in there with the history. And
Wow! Let me look at it. William M. Peanuts?
Yeah, my voice called.
Courtney Captain. So, wow, you look very young.
And here's my son.
Your son?
Yep. He's in command of the North Command right now, which is charged with the defense of the United States in an emergency.
아버지와 같은 이름을 쓰는 아들 윌리엄 고트니. 현재 미 북부군 사령관 겸 북미 항공 우주군 사령관이다.
This is an early photograph of him after I retired. And Bill, the admiral, is the one on the left.
He is the one.
My captain daughter is the center in the background with her son in front of him.
With the big glass.
Is Bill there? Let me speak to him a minute. Bill, I'm talking to a couple of gentlemen here, and they're interested in where they could find actual F-9, F-3 or 2 that I flew in Korea, and you say there is. In the museum in Pensacola, Florida. Naval Aviation Museum, which has a collection of all the airplanes. Well, I tell you, this is certainly a pleasure. We go into Pensacola with you to see if we can find that F-9F.
Isn't it?
Yep.
That's going to be wonderful that you looking at the see it again, your plane, right?
Well, yes, it's wonderful to be with you.
펜사콜라까지 비행기로 1시간 반. 아버지가 오신다는 소식에 일찌감치 마중을 나와 있는 코트니 장군. 공식 브리핑 외엔 언론 노출을 꺼려하던 그가 최초로 한국 카메라 앞에 섰다. 한국에 대한 남다른 애정 때문이다.
Hello, Dad. How we doing? Good seeing you. Go ahead and park it anywhere.
This is my son.
Good seeing you, sir. Thanks for-
After all, it's my honor to meet you here. Thank you for the invitation. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
It's great. We love showing off our museum.
Thank you.
They've got your airplane in here.
국립해군 비행박물관. 150여 대의 전투기와 4천여 점의 사료가 전시돼 있는 곳으로 미 해군의 역사를 한눈에 살필 수 있다.
Korean War here.
Well, let's go over here
Yes.
to this, because there's a couple places. Both Dad and I at the Naval Aviation Museum here, our names are on the walls in two different places. Over here, my name, 1,000 carrier landings. And
What do you mean by 1,000 trap club?
Well, 1,000 aircraft landings on an aircraft carrier.
I see.
We're arrested.
Okay.
And so, is this in alphabetical order? Let's see.
Yes.
It is. So, right here. So I was a commander and the commanding officer of VFA 106, the Navy's East Coast Fleet F-18 training squadron. I was commanding officer. It was my second command, and I was lucky enough to get 1,000 carrier landing. So I'm on this wall, and we'll walk across the other end where Dad's name is on the wall.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Father and son's name in the same Naval Museum.
Correct.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, that's a Wildcat.
박물관 한가운데 고트니 대령과 운명의 순간을 함께했던 전투기가 전시돼 있다. 65년 전 그 모습 그대로다.
Oh, you flew the 3. Okay.
The one that's down on the front there.
Where were you?
On the carrier coming out of Hong Kong, and nobody knew where it was.
You're on a port visit in Hong Kong, and it happened, right? They came south.
Just as we came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was pretty amazing because really very few people knew where Korea was at that time.
Did you?
I don't think I did.
It's a beautiful airplane.
65 years ago.
Beautiful.
Seeing this was 65 years ago. What are you feeling now? What do you?
I'm not crying.
You're not crying.
그날의 기억이 생생히 떠오른다.
Had a good time.
해군 박물관에는 한국전 기념관도 별도로 마련돼 있다.
Did Valley Forge always station seal or going around? Both coasts.
When we first hit this place, we owned it.
And that's July 4th.
July 4th. We were operating down in here. So unfortunately, we let a lot of the yaks get airborne before we got there. Too much talk on the radios. So we shot down 2 of them.
고트니 대령에겐 평생 지워지지 않는 고통스러운 기억이 있다.
Had your father told you about the Korean War when you were growing up?
No, he didn't. It was in his cruise books, and many of his magazines. But as I was growing up, he seldom talked about his experiences in combat.
I don't know. I don't think many veterans want to talk about their service unless they have some particular reason, and it was probably to embarrass him. I don't know. I just don't think many people like to talk about these kind of things. There's enough horror in the world to keep you busy without worrying about what you did to it.
아들 고트니 장군도 아버지처럼 한국과 인연이 깊다. 2013년 아덴만에 파병된 한국 청해부대와 협업하며 한국 해군의 위상을 극찬하기도 했다.
And you're a democratic nation. And we share the same values. Our nations share the same values. We were tested together in combat. We're allies. We're partners. And the people to the north, the leadership to the north, they do not.
Thank you very much.
같은 생각으로 같은 길을 걸어왔던 아버지와 아들. 마치 한 사람처럼 부자는 꼭 닮았다. 그날 오후 아들 고트니 장군이 미 해군 행사에 참석했다.
Sit down!
은퇴한 해군 장교들과 현역 장교들이 한 자리에 모여 해군 비행사들을 기념하는 자리. 고트니 대령도 아들의 부탁으로 자리를 함께했다.
This is a celebration where people get together and look back upon the heritage of naval aviation. And what you have tonight here is a mix of former naval aviators who are retired and young people, people who are just learning the skill, learning the trade. So it's a mix of young and old, people who flew in propeller planes and people who fly the most modern planes around today.
고트니 대령은 한국과 미국의 영원한 동맹과 평화를 다짐하는 아들과 그의 후배들이 무척 자랑스럽고 고마웠다. 그리고 지금의 해군이 6.25 전쟁의 교훈을 어떻게 이어가야 할지 함께 이야기를 나누었다. 많은 것을 남긴 뜻깊은 하루. 돌아가는 고트니 대령의 발걸음이 무척이나 가볍다.
Love you, Dad. I will.
Thank you, Admiral.
All right. See you around.
See you around.
아버지의 가슴에 새겨진 6.25 전쟁, 그리고 한국, 그것이 얼마나 크고 위대한지 아들은 느꼈다. 그리고 고트니 장군 역시 또 하나의 심장이 생겼다. 아버지의 나라, 한국이다.
Well, you know, the fact that we've been together for 65 years. I think is the greatest thing. We've been at each other's side. Our families live in your country, share the same risks, and we share the same values, and I think that's the importance of it. Well, obviously, sons and daughters of our veterans view the importance of what their parents did all the same way, and so it has a special place in my heart.
아버지와 그의 동료들이 목숨으로 지켜낸 나라. 꼭 되찾아주고 싶었던 평화. 고트니 장군은 자신이 무엇을 해야 하는지 아버지에게서 그 길을 찾았다. 지금도 미국 곳곳에서 수많은 참전 용사들과 그의 후손들이 잊혀진 역사, 6.25 전쟁을 되살리기 위한 노력을 아끼지 않고 있다. 6.25 전쟁, 그 과거의 아픔에서 내일의 희망을 얘기하고 있다.
And if the fall comes, I'll go back in a second. New York Harbor.
I will support South Korea, even at the age I am. If I could do a little something to help for South Korea to keep the peace, to continue to build, continue to develop, it's something that you can't turn away from. It's something that it's here, and like I say, I will fight with the Koreans as well as I'll fight with my own countries.
The miracle that I have seen means that the success of the people in South Korea should be example not only to the North Koreans, but to aspiring democracies all over the world.
우리 모두의 가슴 아픈 역사 6.25 전쟁. 그래서 6.25 전쟁은 잊혀진 전쟁이 아니라 결코 잊을 수 없는 오늘이다.